Hey, welcome to the Purple Positivity Podcast for April the 20th, 2018. Yes, I know, 420. I am your host, the amazingly adorable and totally sober Rebecca Thistle, podcasting to you live-ish from my kitchen/dining room table in my apartment, which I call Jeffrey Thistlework. Yes. So, something I said on Wednesday's show has been tickling at the back of my brain for the past couple of days. And I thought it was something that I should really, talk about on this show. I said something about, because we were talking about patience. I say we, like it's more than just me on this show. I was talking about patience and how in certain situations in my life, I would go, okay, universe, please give me a sign and let me know that I'm on the right track. And then when the universe would, basically affirm and validate that I was on the right track, I'd be like, all right, So, and after I posted the show, I kept thinking about how I said that, and I went, why would that frustrate me? Why wouldn't that make me feel better, And I guess what I was trying to communicate was not so much about being upset about having my actions validated, as it was about just, I'm really impatient and this isn't going the way that I want it to go. It's not going as fast as I want it to go. Yada, yada, yada. And that's what I was trying to communicate. Was, all right, I'm on the right track, but come on. It's taking too long. But in any event, it got me thinking about, did I really want, when I quote unquote challenge the universe like that, am I really wanting to know that I'm on the right track, or am I wanting on some level to be told that I'm on the wrong track? Which sent me down a really, really crazy rabbit hole of thinking that led me to a really interesting epiphany, and eventually, hopefully, I will get to that in this show. So I kept thinking about that. I'm like, do I really want to be told that I'm wrong? Why do I need to know that I'm wrong? And I sort of started thinking about, and I guess I just want to be a victim sometimes, sort of thinking. But then yesterday, Sonic had half-price corn dogs. And 50-cent corn dogs. Oh, it was great. So I got to go be the corn dog fairy. Now, there's this car hop at Sonic. Well, maybe he left. I don't know. But I haven't seen my favorite car hop. But I've been sort of, flirting with this car hop for a couple months. And, in just a friendly way, nothing majorly intense. But then there's this new-ish car hop that I had seen this week. And so when I went to go get 50-cent corn dogs for me and a couple of coworkers at lunch yesterday, it was this car hop that I'd seen earlier in the week, and he had remembered that I had asked for extra ketchup. And so he came prepared with extra ketchup. And, and so I walked back to work and I gave everybody their corn dogs, and I told them, I said, he remembered me from earlier this week. And I'm just going, no, don't remember me. Don't validate my insecurities. Or whatever. And I'm trying to laugh it off, but as the day went on, I started thinking more and more and more about that. Like, why, if I so desperately seek that validation, why do I get upset when I receive it? Because it's nice to have people remember you sometimes. There's another person that works at Sonic that it's sort of hit or miss as to whether she's going to be nice to me that day. But some days it's like, oh, hey, it's you, and, very smiley and sweet and all this. And then other days it's almost like her tone of voice is, oh, it's you again. But, because I have this inherent belief that people don't remember me. I have this inherent belief that people don't notice me, that people don't pay attention to things that I say. And then when somebody does remember me or pay attention to me, like, on one hand, it makes me feel really good and really great. Then on the other hand, I start getting really, upset about it. Like, how dare you? Stop. And so I started going, well, why is that? Why is that? Why do I get upset about receiving something that I want? Not only that I want, but that I need, Every person, to some degree, I believe, needs to know that they are important. And that's a form of validation. Of course, everything in moderation. I'm not saying that clingy, needy, desperately insecure people are enlightened beyond everybody else's because they know what they need and they're always seeking it. No, it's there's a healthy balance that you have to toe. But anyway, so I kept thinking about this, why do I get upset when I get what I want? And it could, at first I was sitting there going, well, on one hand, you could argue that it makes me angry, or that it's more stimulating to be angry because we got wacky weather going on here, so I'm sorry. Because I'm ADD, and people who are ADD, their brains generally tend to not function unless they're really, really happy and really, really enjoying what they're doing, or unless they're really, really stressed. So, dopamine and, what is it, norepinephrine? So essentially, like, dopamine and adrenaline. That's what stimulates the ADD brain. And so, when you're angry, that's a form of stress. And so, so I said, okay, well, maybe it's that. Maybe it's, being angry, it just makes my brain work. And so that's what I do. That's a really weird thing, but there you go. But then I really started thinking about it, and I realized that even when I get in this really weird spiral when I get what I want, when I get valid, like when that car hop remembered me and made some cute remark, it made me happy. And then I got angry at myself for being happy. And then I got angry at myself for being angry about being happy. And then I got angry about being angry, and so on and so forth and so on. And so I really started thinking about it. And I realized that I am totally ashamed of feeling anything at all. And that's fucking weird, people. That is weird. I say people like there's more than one person that maybe listens to this show. I don't know. Maybe there's 3. I don't know. But anyways, that's weird. You know? That is so weird that I feel, I mean, you know, I mean, I could understand someone coming from a similarly conservative Christian background as I do, being ashamed of feeling good about anything, you know, because if anything makes you feel good, it is sinful and therefore you're going to hell. So I can understand that. You know, I can understand that sort of logic. But I mean, to be ashamed of being sad, and I mean, maybe you can blame that on the conservative Christian background, but to be ashamed of being sad, of being angry, of being frustrated, of being scared, of being in pain, that's weird. And I mean, I know I can't be the only person that feels this way. I can't. You know, I was talking to someone about this, and, you know, and he said, you know, I explained all this to him, and he goes, yeah, I get it. I've been there. I can understand that. And you know, and I went, yeah, I know I can't be alone. I know this has got to be somewhat normal, not healthy, but normal. And it still freaks me out. Because, you know, and and now I'm over here going, well, fuck, I have spent my entire life telling every person that I meet that they're entirely entitled to their feelings, when secretly, or unconsciously, I should say, unconsciously, I didn't feel entitled to mine. And that's kind of fucked up. That's really fucked up. So there's a lot of negative in everything I just shared right now. There's a lot of negativity in there. But this is the Positivity Podcast. So and what I talk about is, you know, practical positivity, although I may start using the laws of Owen. You know, if you give the world half a chance, it'll turn to shite. But if you've got the heart and mind, you can clean up the shite. So that's a lot of shite to pile on yourself over a lifetime. How do I clean that up? And yes, it can be cleaned up.